Welcome to the Living Élan Podcast, where we help you reclaim your confidence and energy through taking control of your wellness. I'm Paige Hope.
And I'm Tracy Vallejos. Join us for quick chats on wellness, personal growth, hormone regulation, and more. And welcome back to another episode of Living Élan. And as always, I'm here with the incredible Paige Hope. Paige, as always, I love these in-person podcast events.
I do too. In fact, I want to do a big one where other people can be here with us.
Well, we will do that. I know this fall, can you imagine being here in a studio, having 20, 30, 40 people, right?
Let's say 50 women.
Let's say 50.
Maybe a couple guys in there. We don't know.
Well, absolutely. There's nothing like the energy. We all know this, right? I'm just going to say this very quickly for anybody who's thought about doing podcasting, maybe you're listening or you are a podcaster, when you are separate. So sometimes we have to do them, over Riverside or whatever, and they're good. But when you've got energy in the room, like us sitting here together, there's nothing like it.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, no. So then when you got your audience of 30, 40, 50 people and they've got energy going, there is nothing like that
it's
coming.
Gonna be amazing.
Like it is.
We're just going to put it out there because we believe in just putting out what our dreams are.
Oh, absolutely.
We are doing a live podcast event
this
in
fall.
September.
Okay, September. Oh, September's a great time.
We're doing it in September.
We could have maybe some taste testings or anything in September. Oh.
All right. You heard it here first, folks.
Uh-oh. Well, before we get to September, before we get into the fall, let's back it back up here because now, we're mid-May. So we're going to talk about getting summer ready. I really thought about, what do our listeners right now need to really think about? And it's about getting summer ready.
And we're also getting summer ready, everybody. Let's be real.
All of us, we're changing out our clothes. We're getting summer ready. For myself, matter of fact, this weekend, I have just a little getaway weekend before my birthday. I even bought a new little bathing suit. Right? So we're even thinking about what are we wearing? Our self-tanning. We're going to have to talk about that, getting summer ready. Also, hydration. Mm-hmm. That's huge in getting summer ready. And then I think we hit that. And how about even a little bit of sun protection?
I love that.
Okay.
And I'm going to add in one more.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people,
all right,
and I'm seeing this on TikTok, so I don't know if our audience is, but a lot of people are talking about wanting to feel confident in a swimsuit. Oh. So I'm going to touch a little bit on that as well.
Oh, we have to. Can we combine that with the self-tan? Because there is nothing. I'm sorry. Did you notice I put self-tan first? Because
she's like, fear not. We don't need to worry about anything else. If
you can make it to me right now, because I'm going to just say this to you, Paige. Paige, you may not have cellulite. But audience, I want you to know I have cellulite. And it is not the best thing. Now, listen, there's nothing wrong with cellulite. I know there's not.
We all have
it. But it is what it is. But can I just tell you that when I have a tan, and I just did before and after photos. Okay. I want you to know this. I don't know if I'm going to be brave enough. I will see if I'm brave enough to show, because somebody was asking me about it. And I'm like, let me show you what the back of my legs look like without a tan. And let me tell you the best camouflage that I have. And that best camouflage is the non-toxic Élan Pure self-tanner. All right? Because not only do we all know that the tanning is going to cover that up, it makes it look better. But guess what else? Because it also has all those skincare ingredients in it, the hyaluronic acid in it, right? You got your calendula, your cucumber. I'm actually building my skin. I swear, I'm not kidding. My love says to me all the time, your skin is looking so good. And I'm going to tell you, he's a side eye. And he is not, he doesn't say anything to be mean, but he tells it as it is. So when my skin doesn't look so good, he can't even help himself. He just has to say something. But thank goodness he has said something. All of a sudden, he's been touching my skin and he's like, your skin looks so good, babe. What are you doing? Well, I'm like, it's that exfoliating mitt. First of all, exfoliating mitt, right? Being able to, get our skin and that, getting the dead skin off, being able to help the new skin, right? Rejuvenation come. But I'm telling you, not only does the self-tan or the tanning make it look better, but because it's actually, I swear, working from the inside out, my skin itself. The elasticity. I'm not kidding, is so much better.
Yes.
Sorry, but you got me on that one.
I love it. That's hysterical. That is hysterical. So anyways, we'll get into that, everybody.
Okay.
Feeling confident this summer.
In a bathing suit. Like, right, in a swimsuit, I should say.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Okay, kick us off.
All right.
Tracy.
Well, let's kick off. The self-tanner. Come on.
Yes. I think, honestly, for me, this summer, I don't ever tan. Tracy knows this, and Tracy doesn't really either. We don't sit outside.
Nor do we have time. Keep going. I'm looking at her like I'm telling people. Like,
we are building Élan Pure right now. We are not sitting on a beach, but we're having a blast doing it.
oh my gosh, you kidding me?
We're having a blast.
This is better than vacation.
But it actually is. We are living a vacation.
No, it is. Keep going. Sorry.
But with that being said, when I do not like, and if anyone's looking, like, my color looks amazing, but I need you to know I am 10 shades lighter than this. Like, genuinely, because I'm a believer in full exfoliation each week. This is part of my self-care routine. Yeah. So I am going to, sometimes I'm exhausted after my self-care routine though, because I'm like, I gotta exfoliate. I got a full body shave. I gotta drink my tea. I gotta do. But it's amazing. Oh. And you gotta do it because you gotta romanticize your life. And also you gotta put you first so that you can show up for everybody else after. Yes. That'll be a whole other episode. But anyway, so with the tan, I'm going to give you guys some tips on application for this summer. So, and we're going to do different shades of people.
I feel like I just need to lean back because the queen is going to take the mic. She is application queen. Please, as I sit back for a moment here.
Well, I do love it because people that just meet me that don't know that I run a self-tan brand, and we're not just a self-tan brand, but that was our hero product. But when they don't know, I always get complimented on my color because I am blonde. Everyone knows that when you see a true blonde, you are naturally fair skinned. That's just the reality. So a lot of people, either one, they shy away from tans because they don't want to look scary and orange, or they overdo it and want to look super dark because they're overcompensating. And so I love it because when I'm in public, I get complimented literally all the time on my color.
I know.
Like, it is the best ever. And so when I tell them, I'm like, well, actually, have you heard of Élan Pure? And, I got to do the whole spiel. So there's a few different methods to Élan Pure and why we have it this way. So we can build it. So some people that start it, they're going to be like, okay, what in the world? How do I get the exact shade that I want? A lot of brands will have a light to medium shade, and other brands will have, or they might have a medium to dark. Well, we said, to heck with that. Let's work with your skin tone and enable you to build it while the bottle still lasts 2+ months.
Easily. Even
if you build it weekly. So we are going to teach you how to build it right now, but also, just remember, this is a different feel. Like, it's a foam and lotion hybrid. It's going to seep into your skin. So if it feels a little sticky to you, that is an amazing thing.
I say, you know what? That's a good thing. I think, can I just say, we were brainwashed for years. At least I was, okay? Because I've been self-tanning for 20 years. That if I wasn't just dry, well, then this was not a good tan. How dare this tan be sticky? Well, no, because I was so dry and putting dyes on my skin. It was actually drying out my skin, dehydrating my skin, aging my skin. Now, when I put that moisturizing on and I feel so dewy for like a little bit, right? It's gonna absorb into your skin. I'm like, oh, this is so good. My skin looks so good. See, I'm like feeling my leg because
it really does.
It's a good thing. So you know what? I'm gonna break that stigma out there that we think that drying, tanning, is a good thing. It's not. No, please. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just needed to break that out there right now.
It is so true. And when I was formulating this, the other reason why it can like dry, other brands will dry is because there's a lot of nasty fillers in there that are allowing it to dry, where we don't even include that because we're like, why do we want to dry out our skin? Like, no. We should want this to seep in. So when it lasts longer, and 2, you look amazing. So thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome.
Now we're going to talk about building it. So we're going to, how many layers you think you like 2? I like 2. A lot of the men out there like 1. So you might put 1 on. You're going to, squirt 2. I should have brought a bottle. Squirt 2, go around your arms, go around your legs, body, whatever, and let it seep into your skin. Wear loose, dry clothing. loose dark clothing, I mean, and just kind of let it like sit and do its thing. Okay. Now leave it on for about, I'm going to say 9 hours. I know on our bottle, we say 6 to 9, but for me personally, it'll continue to get darker the more hours you leave it on. So Tracy is hysterical, you guys. She'll leave it on for 24 hours.
Yeah, I do.
I love it. And because it's clean and non-toxic, you really can do that.
Well, and I don't stink.
Yes.
All right. So I'm sorry, but I had to pause there to say I can leave it on for 24 hours.
Yes.
Because I don't stink.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Keep
so
going.
accurate. No, I love it. And so then what you're going to do is you can either shower in the morning or shower at the night whenever you put it on and reapply. Or what I did yesterday was I was like, oh gosh, we're going to Vegas. So I put it on in the morning and then I waited about 7-8 hours and I added another layer. And then I didn't shower until this morning. So that's how I build mine. I recommend splitting it up when you build it. We have a customer that's like, nope, I'm going to put three layers on at once. She's like, I don't care that I'm so sticky. I like it. And I'm like, girl, I freaking love that. So that's the other cool thing about our foam lotion hybrid is once you start doing it, you fall in love with your own little process to it.
Well, that's the beautiful part.
And it's amazing.
Because it's working, like you said, with your own skin tones. That's it. So you get to play with it, right? I love that. I don't worry about. And it's just
a lotion basically. So when you reapply it, whenever you do, say you want to split up and do one layer one night and then in the middle of the week do your second layer. Yeah. It is gorgeous. Like there are some times where mine literally lasts a couple weeks, sometimes more because I do a quick, really light layer and it's just gorgeous. Or maybe I'll like, I need to shave my legs and then I'll shave and do like a really quick light layer. So wow, that was a really long-winded way of saying you got
I just want to say, I mean, because she's got me on this kick, what I love is prior to using Élan Pure, non-toxic, there's no way I could have layered it during the week. It would have been so streaky, right? I'm going to put dyes on top of dyes. I would have been a streaky mess. You don't have to worry about streaking. You don't worry about streaking the first time you apply it. Because of the ingredients, be like you said, it's buildable. I can the next day, 2 or 3 days later, you put, because it's like lotion, it's just working with your natural tones. You're not streaking because you're not smearing dyes on. You don't worry about that.
No. And I want to say too, if those of you that are going to be in the water a lot this summer and all of that, this, because it's seeping into your skin, you'll notice that even with you being in water sports or all of that, it still will last fairly well. Like I will say. Yeah. And also because it's so moisturizing, like if you look at my feet, no one on the boat. So if I'm on the boat, let's see if you guys can get it in here. If I'm on the boat, no one's going to be like, oh my gosh, she has a spray tan because it's so even and it fades evenly. So let's show off our bodies this summer.
Well, that's what I mean. We need to be confident. I mean, you talked about, being confident in your swimsuit, being confident in your shorts, your sundress, whatever. Just confident in your skin.
Yeah.
We are showing more skin during the summer. We want to be confident all year long. And I just always have to thank Paige every time for spending over 2 years of her life just formulating, going back. I mean, so many iterations. I know, I don't even think we've lost track, but I always say at least 17 iterations that, just keep doing it because we want everybody to feel confident, not in your skin, but confident in your self-tanning. Okay. Well, that's huge for the summer. I'm so
sorry, everybody, that we talked for 10 minutes about self-tanning.
But that's part of summer.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are like us. They don't have time to be out in the sun. They don't want to be out in the sun. They want to be out in the sun for a little bit. We know that morning sun, 10 minutes in the morning. But to bake in the sun like we used to, no, we're not doing that anymore.
No, and I think a lot of people, when they go out, do get a little bit self-conscious. But self-tanning can seriously give you that little extra boost. Listen, you don't need a perfect body. You don't, to be confident. Be confident, show up.
Yep.
Dress the way that you want to dress.
Well, you know what, Paige? I think then with this particular episode, I'm even going to show my before and afters of my cellulite to everybody.
Love that.
I'm dedicated to that.
I love that.
Okay.
Tracy, I love that.
Because I want everybody to know and see that no matter who, what, right? We just enhance what we have. We love our body the way it is. But you know what? I do feel a little more confident when I'm tanning over it. So
I do love that. And I think if your body's not where you want it to be this summer, that is okay. Use it as we always say taking inventory. Take inventory of your thoughts. Think, okay, how can I improve? But also don't let that shy you away from going out, creating memories. No. I've been hearing a lot about food noise lately and how people are like, the summertime really sparks their food noise. This is a lot over TikTok.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know what? let's give some tips on that too, Tracy, because I think a lot of people, when they see other people in swimsuits or, they're not as confident, it's like, okay, let's give you guys some tools, one, to feel more confident, but also let's get rid of some of that food noise. So that was kind of my thoughts on number 2.
Okay.
And I think everyone has struggled with this. Like male, female, whether you're thinking about calories, monitoring everything, We are here. This is a holistic wellness and beauty podcast and a brand as a whole, right? Yeah. You are fueling your soul, you're fueling your body, you're fueling your mind, you're fueling, all of that. So my tip for eliminating the food noise, and I think a lot of you guys are going to relate to this, is you need to start doing just your daily affirmations and just talking about what you do love and changing your thoughts, rewiring it to whenever that food noise comes in, like, oh, how many calories are in this? You're not thinking about that. You're like, oh, I'm enjoying this. Let yourself enjoy it. Then get back on track. Let's live that 80-20 lifestyle. All right, everybody?
Yes.
Like, just eliminate it, because the more that you think on it, that's going to raise your cortisol. There's so many other things that come from it. So my tip is rewiring your brain a little bit, doing the positive affirmations about your body, about what you love, because when you start to believe, then you already have this air about you. You might not have the best body out there, but dang, you're going to be a magnet to people because you're going to be confident and in love with yourself and want to take care of yourself and all of that. So there's my little tip for the food noise.
I'm going to share 2, and I shared 1 earlier this year, but when you're talking about your body, because we said that like our self-tan routine, it is a routine. And one thing I had to do, because all of our bodies are different. And I know because of social media, we're comparing, we're doing all these things. But I had to learn to love my body just the way it is, in my shape. And so when I'm putting on my lotion, when I'm putting on my self-tanner, I'm loving my legs. I'm loving my thighs. I'm loving my hips and my stomach, and that I gave birth, and I'm loving my arms. And you know what? There are people out there that wish they had arms that they could actually pick up things, hug people, pick up their fork, right? They only wish they had legs that could move up the steps and do that. Like, gosh darn it. Yeah. Like, love your body. Be kind to it. Yep. You sure in the heck wouldn't look at your best friend. Like, Paige, I'd never look at you and then start some of the thoughts that I've had in my time, in my life, right, is so much better. I always say my journey and my passion is out of how it used to be in my life. And it was not a pretty thing, right? The things that I said to myself, the way I looked in the mirror. I mean, I'm like going, would I ever tell my friend that she looked awful? She looked like, give me a break. Yeah. Here I am. I need to be thankful. Yeah. So starting there, what you said, those affirmations, but really, truly understanding. Yep. Right? I can feel, I can touch, I can see, I can speak, I can taste. Yep. And then my food alone, I look at it as fuel, right? I don't drive myself crazy about it whatsoever. When there was a time, this crazy diet culture, my daughter right now says, Mom, everybody keeps saying, oh, dieting. I'm like, no, just eat well. I'm just giving. It's just a lifestyle. And you know what else lifestyle is? Going to that cookout, having that cherry cobbler somebody made with love. And when you're eating it and tasting it, you're just taking your body, instead of going, oh my gosh, I know I shouldn't be eating this, and I've been good all week and I can't believe I'm not good anymore. Like, oh my gosh, I just broke it. Stop that.
Yep. Sometimes even Tracy and I have to stop each other because we'll literally, sometimes if we eat something, we're like, and this is, you'll say this phrase, then I have a phrase. She'll be like, oh, I feel really bloated. I'm like, don't say that. Like, eliminate it. Or I'll even say like, oh, I got to like unbutton my pants. Like something like that where it's like, don't even say that. Like, don't even go there. And I'll be like, Tracy, don't say that. I literally do.
She will, because you don't realize, you don't always hear yourself. It'll be a work in progress forever. And that is why every week, right, we're always sharing, like, what is one scooch?
Yes,
what is one?
We're doing this
too. Tap in with us.
Yes.
We're not perfect. We're here sharing with you what we need as well.
Yes.
And we're here to, for you as well. And that's why we have a community. I'll just pause to say, please, down in our show notes, there's a link. If you want to be part of the community, please do so. There's some fun community challenges that'll be coming up.
There are. Tracy's working on them. I am so excited. Of course they're done.
And so just so you know that, like, you're not alone. There is nothing wrong with you. And you're going to stay plugged into these type of things always. So that food noise, would just say, start here. Take some of these things, right? Love yourself. Do not guilt yourself. Okay.
And here's another thing for food noise as well. And just like overall feeling good and healthy and fueling this summer. So we're just going to give a few of our tips for the summer. So when you're going out, whenever we're going out, I typically will always make sure I have electrolytes, because let's be real, we do not we don't have all those minerals. And sometimes you get those cravings because you might be low on some of that.
Minerals are huge.
Huge. And so I always say have some sort of good electrolyte this summer, especially because you're going to be running around as well. Also, I really like, sometimes that's like, gives me like a little extra, I'm a drink person. I love a little drinky drink. Sometimes I'll even spice it up and put it in a fun little glass. So I like just ingredients, electrolytes, no quote unquote natural flavors in there, because we all know natural flavors aren't actually natural, all from real fruit. And so that's a really good one that you can do. So carry your electrolytes in your water bottle everywhere. That is a little tip that I love. And make sure you're just hydrated. This is going to help your skin. It's going to help your tan stay on. All of that. My second tip for some of this food noise is, I personally, and I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but I feel so passionate about it right now. I feel like it needs to be said. Cycle syncing and the 30-30-30 method. Upon 30 minutes of waking up, there's a lot of studies now about 30 minutes of waking up, you eat 30 grams of protein and walk for 30 minutes. Basically, if every woman and man, honestly, could do this method, their hormones, I mean, blanket statement, don't quote me on this, but their hormones could start to just regulate and heal just from that alone. Yes. So 30-30-30 method, I'm going to have you guys try to test out, see if it works for you this summer. Personally works for me. I think we could all benefit from walking more, waking up and actually having a macro balanced meal instead of grabbing the granola bar or the fake yogurt. It's like, let's have a balanced meal, whatever that looks like to you. Yeah. And then that's my second tip is just fuel. Think about fueling this summer with whole foods. Eat the seasonal foods that are in. Eat the watermelon that is in season. Like really eat for the season. That's what I'm trying to do right now is cycle syncing, eat with the season, cycle sync my workouts, lowering my cortisol this summer. I'm like trying to really transform that and kind of, regulate, which is means for me, no HIIT workouts. It means that I am strength training 3 to 4 times a week, but I'm also doing 10 minutes digestion walk after every meal, or I'm waking up and doing that 30 minutes, like the 30-30-30 method. So that's my other food noise thought, help you be more intentional. And that is personally what I am doing. And it is helping me exponentially. And so I just felt like I had to share that today.
Yeah. And I want to say, like, just like what she was talking about the protein and that, I did this a couple nights ago. I had some, of course, organic, pasture raised, chicken that was left. I will just take that and have that for breakfast. I'll cut open an avocado or whatever, because it's that good protein. It doesn't have to be like when we think about breakfast foods, it could be any type of protein that is given, with us. So I was thinking about that. My digestion walk, I am huge at night. I would tell you there was 1 week that I was not doing it in the evening. All of a sudden, I don't know why. Instead, I was making dinner, sitting down to eat, sitting there a while, finally cleaning up the kitchen, and then I just sit without doing my digestion walk. Yeah. And that's something I've done for a long time.
And summer is a good thing to just kind of do a little reset.
It's so wonderful because in the summer, the weather, right? It's like if it's been hot during the day, it's a little cooler at night. You just feel like it stays a little daylight longer. That digestion walk after that last meal, because the last thing you want to do is eat that meal and then sit and then go to bed and lay. And now you've been stagnant for 12 hours or so. Like, no.
That just disrupts your sleep typically, because it's your body, instead of being able to get into REM, you're having to sit and digest all your food.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you want to take the digestion walk. So I want to say it made a huge difference that week. Like all of a sudden, I don't know what was happening. And I did. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's my digestion walk. Yeah. Last week just got out of control. So I just want to encourage that there. And like, that seriously will work. So I think we've done a lot of great tips, though, for
self-tanning and getting rid of the food noise.
Yep.
That's our biggest stuff.
The hydration was just really huge. I echo exactly what you were saying. And, for me, I'm going to just share one funny little tip that I do during the summer. And I think Paige will appreciate this because she's all about hands, right? And the sun, we just know, like we could see, people that are like drivers, whatever, on their driver's side window, they end up getting more age spots, okay? Because the sun is coming in, right? So we talked about, even in our last episode, please take a listen. If you didn't last week, we talked about SPF and some great beauty things. I have driving gloves.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you do.
Yes, I do.
Doesn't shock me.
I could even link them. They're inexpensive on Amazon. They are made of an SPF, of course, type material. I literally they literally sit in my car because I realized I was always out and driving in different things. And because when you live in Arizona, your steering wheel, first of all, is really hot. Can I just say, Paige, you may not realize this, but you get in and it is hot. That's all I'm going to say. Well, first of all, just to be able to touch the steering wheel, but I realized that is coming in, and I thought, protect your hands and stuff. So just giving that little tip, right? Because we take care of our skin, our neck, we do all these things, but what about our hands? Just have your little driving gloves. You're going to love them.
That's hysterical.
Mine are pink.
You guys got some good tips today. We've got self-tan.
Yep.
Good thoughts, affirmations.
Yes.
Hydration, getting rid of the food noise. Really working on that this summer, you guys. That's a big one.
We'll keep it up there.
Yep. I think it's important for everybody. And driving gloves.
A little sun protection that way, right? I even have a big hat and it has a huge rim on it. And even in the back, I had to clip, it comes with this little clip thing so it protects my hair.
It's hysterical.
Okay.
I love it.
And speaking of protecting your hair, our next episode is all about protecting your hair this summer. So listen, we wanted the month of May to help you get ready for summer. So cleaning up your beauty bag was last week. So please take a listen, getting ready for summer, and make sure you tune in for next week as well with your hair. But until then, just think about one scooch at a time. And here's to your energetic, confident self.